Welcome to Stairway to English. In this video, you'll listen and read the complete story, Success is the Result of Disciplined Actions. This powerful listening and reading practice will help you improve your English and your mindset. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and let's begin your journey to success. Episode 1. The Foundation of Real Success. Everyone wants to be successful. People dream about it. They talk about it. They imagine themselves living a successful life with happiness, freedom, and confidence. But few people understand what real success is and how it is built. Some think success comes from luck. Others think it comes from talent. But true success has a much deeper and more powerful root. It grows from discipline, the daily actions we take even when we don't feel like it. Discipline is the quiet power that turns small steps into great results. Imagine a person who wants to learn English. He studies today, then tomorrow he feels tired, so he stops. After 1 week, he forgets what he learned. But another person studies a little bit every day, even when tired, even when busy. After months, this second person speaks English better and feels more confident. What made the difference? It wasn't talent, it was disciplined action. Success is never sudden. It doesn't appear like magic. It is the product of time, patience, and self-control. Every goal, every dream needs structure and effort. The best athletes, writers, business people, and leaders are not always the most talented. They are the most consistent. They show up. They do the work. They respect their own goals. They follow a plan even when no one is watching. To build a successful life, you need to understand the connection between your thoughts, your habits, and your actions. Thoughts become intentions. Intentions become actions. Actions, when repeated with discipline, become habits. And habits create your destiny. This is not philosophy. It is a simple truth. What you do every day decides who you become. Many people fail not because they are weak, but because they lose focus. They start strong and full of motivation, but when things become hard, they quit. They wait to feel ready. But successful people know that feelings are not reliable. Some days you feel inspired, other days you don't. Discipline means doing what is necessary, not what is comfortable. Think about the sun. It rises every day, no matter what happens. It doesn't stop because of clouds or rain. That is how discipline works. It keeps shining, quietly and strongly. Each small effort adds up to something great. You might not see progress today, but your actions are building a foundation under the surface. Discipline is also a form of respect for yourself and your goals. When you say, I will do this, and you actually do it, you build trust in yourself. You start to believe in your own power. This belief becomes your confidence. Confidence doesn't come from words. It comes from promises kept to yourself. Sometimes people think discipline means living without fun or freedom, but that is not true. Real discipline creates freedom. When you control your habits, you control your life. You are no longer a prisoner of laziness, fear, or distraction. You choose your path. You feel stronger, not weaker. Freedom grows from responsibility. Success is not a single moment. It's a journey, a long road made of daily choices. Every day you wake up, you have two options: to repeat your old habits or to create better ones. Discipline helps you choose the second option. It gives you the power to keep walking when your mind tells you to stop. To develop discipline, start small. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. Choose one simple thing you can do today, something that moves you closer to your goal. Do it again tomorrow and the next day. The magic is not in the size of the action, but in its repetition. Small, consistent effort beats big, temporary effort every time. Remember this: motivation will start your journey, but discipline will finish it. Motivation is like fire. It burns bright, but it can fade. Discipline is like a strong engine. It keeps running no matter the weather. That is why all success stories are built on it. So, the foundation of real success is not luck, talent, or even opportunity. It is the daily decision to act with purpose even when no one is watching. It is doing the right thing again and again until it becomes part of who you are. That's the real secret of success: steady, disciplined action. Episode 2: The Power of Small Daily Actions. Success looks big from the outside, but on the inside, it is made of small steps. Every strong building starts with one brick. Every book starts with one page. Every journey begins with one step. The same is true for success. It grows from small, repeated actions that slowly create something powerful. This is the secret many people forget. Big change comes from small discipline. When people see someone successful, they often say, "He is lucky," or "She is special." But if you look closer, you will see a long story of effort. You will see days when that person worked quietly, when no one was watching, when it was difficult or boring. Those small, invisible days built their strength. That is the power of daily action. Think about brushing your teeth. You do it every day, not because it is exciting, but because you know it keeps you healthy. If you stop for one day, nothing happens. But if you stop for months, your teeth get damaged. Discipline works the same way. It protects your goals. Each small action may look unimportant today, but after weeks or months, you will see how powerful it becomes. Let's say you want to improve your English. You decide to listen to or read English for just 15 minutes every day. At first, it feels too small. You may think it's not enough. But imagine doing it for 1 year. That is over 90 hours of English. You would understand more, speak with more confidence, and feel your progress. All of that came from 15 minutes a day. That is the real magic of consistency. The problem is that many people want results too fast. They want to see success in 1 week. When they don't, they give up. But success doesn't work that way. Imagine planting a seed. You water it every day, but for many days you see nothing. Then, one morning, a small green leaf appears. The seed was growing all that time. You just couldn't see it. That is how disciplined actions work. Growth happens quietly before it becomes visible. There will be days when you feel tired, lazy, or distracted. Your mind will say, "Skip it today. It doesn't matter." But that's the moment when discipline matters most. One skipped day can easily become 2, then 3, and soon the habit is gone. Success belongs to those who continue even when they don't feel like it. When you push through resistance, you become stronger inside. It's also important to focus on progress, not perfection. Many people stop because they make mistakes. They think, I failed today, so I can't do it. But mistakes are normal. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about continuing after imperfection. If you miss one day, start again the next day. The key is not to give up. Small effort done again and again beats perfection that never starts. Every great skill you see, a musician playing beautifully, a runner moving fast, a speaker talking confidently, comes from thousands of small practices. Each practice might not look special, but together they create mastery. That is how disciplined action transforms your life. It builds invisible strength until it becomes visible success. You can also make daily actions easier by creating routines. A routine is a schedule your body and mind get used to. For example, if you study English every morning after breakfast, your brain starts to expect it. It becomes natural. You don't have to fight yourself every time. Discipline becomes part of your lifestyle. Another important thing is to focus on one area at a time. Don't try to change everything in one day. Choose one simple goal, one small habit that supports your dream. Maybe you will start with reading one English paragraph daily, or exercising for 10 minutes, or writing 3 sentences about your day in English. When this habit becomes easy, add another one. Slowly, your small actions build a powerful system. Always remember, success is not one big action done once, but thousands of small actions done consistently. These actions are like drops of water falling on a rock. One drop doesn't change anything, but over time, the drops shape the rock. Your discipline shapes your future the same way. When you wake up every day, you have a choice to do the small action that helps your dream or to skip it. One choice builds your strength. The other steals your potential. Even if your steps are small, they are still steps forward. Never underestimate the power of doing something small every day with purpose. Your goals are built one day at a time. The small actions you take are the foundation of everything great. Each time you stay disciplined, you're proving to yourself that you can grow, that you can change, and that success is in your hands. That is the power of small daily actions. They turn ordinary days into extraordinary results. Episode 3: Turning discipline into a daily habit. Discipline is not something we are born with. It is something we build, little by little, through practice. In the beginning, discipline feels difficult. You must push yourself to start. You must fight your lazy thoughts. But as you repeat an action, it becomes easier. That is how discipline turns into habit. When something becomes a habit, you no longer need to think about it. You simply do it. And that is where real change begins. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. At first, it feels strange. You fall, you try again, you fall again. But after a while, your body learns how to balance. Then one day you can ride without thinking. Discipline works the same way. At first, your mind resists. It says, I don't want to do this today. But if you keep going, your brain starts to accept it as normal. It becomes part of your identity. Habits are powerful because they control most of what we do every day. The time you wake up, what you eat, how you speak, when you study, all are habits. If your habits are strong and positive, your life becomes easier. If your habits are weak or negative, your life becomes harder. So, if you want to be successful, you must build habits that help your goals. The best way to build a new habit is to start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Choose one simple action that moves you forward. For example, if your goal is to improve your English, start by reading or listening for just 10 minutes every day. 10 minutes might sound small, but it's enough to build a routine. Once your brain gets used to it, you can increase the time. This slow growth makes discipline easier to keep. Another key to discipline is environment. Your surroundings affect your actions more than you realize. If your study place is full of distractions, your phone, television, or noise, your mind will lose focus quickly. But if you create a clean, calm space, it becomes easier to stay disciplined. Success grows in a positive environment. You don't need perfection, but you need a space that supports your goals, not fights them. Discipline also grows stronger when you connect it to your purpose. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? When your reason is clear and personal, it gives you energy. For example, if your goal is to improve your English, maybe your deeper reason is to get a better job, travel the world, or talk to more people. Remembering that reason gives power to your discipline. It turns a small daily action into something meaningful. You must also learn to be patient. Many people lose their discipline because they expect results too fast. But results always come slowly. Think of a mountain climber. He doesn't reach the top in one jump. He takes one step, then another, and another. Some days he feels tired, but he keeps moving. Every small step brings him closer to the top. That's how discipline works. Every day you practice, you climb higher, even if you can't see the view yet. Sometimes your mind will look for excuses. It will say, I'll do it later, or I'm too tired today. These excuses sound soft and friendly, but they are dangerous. They slowly destroy your discipline. The best way to fight them is to take action immediately. Don't think too much. If you think too much, you will find reasons to delay. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. When you start, energy follows. It's also important to reward yourself for progress. Discipline doesn't mean living without joy. When you complete your task, say something kind to yourself. Smile, take a short break, enjoy the feeling of success. These small rewards teach your brain that discipline feels good. Over time, your mind will connect effort with satisfaction, not pain. Another secret is consistency over intensity. It's better to study 10 minutes every day than 2 hours once a week. The brain learns through repetition. A little effort done daily builds stronger memory and deeper skill. Big effort done sometimes creates stress, but not growth. Discipline is about rhythm, not speed. You can also use a habit tracker or a simple notebook to mark your progress. Each day you take action, make a check mark. When you look back after a week or a month, you'll see a line of success. That line is proof of your discipline. It shows that you can trust yourself. And trust is the strongest motivation. Remember this truth. Habits shape your future. Every time you do something, you're voting for the type of person you want to become. When you choose to study instead of scroll your phone, you are voting to become focused. When you exercise instead of sleep longer, you are voting to become strong. Each vote counts. Over time, those votes create your identity. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about choosing progress over comfort again and again. When you keep showing up for your goals, even on hard days, you are building something powerful inside yourself, a quiet strength that no one can take away. So let your discipline become habit. Let your actions repeat until they become natural. One day, you'll look back and realize that what once felt hard has become easy, and that's when success truly begins to grow. Episode 4: Staying Strong When It Gets Hard. Every journey has difficult days. Every dream meets resistance. Even when you are disciplined and focused, there will be moments when you feel tired, bored, or lost. You will face problems, delays, and disappointments. This is the time when most people stop. But if you want to reach real success, you must learn how to stay strong when life gets hard. This is the test of true discipline. When things are easy, discipline feels simple. You have energy, you have time, and your motivation is high. But when life becomes busy, when you feel tired, or when you see no results, your mind starts to whisper, maybe I should stop. That voice is the real enemy. It tries to protect you from discomfort, but it also steals your growth. Every time you listen to that voice, your dream gets further away. The truth is, hard times are part of the journey. They are not a sign to quit. They are a chance to grow stronger. A tree grows deeper roots when the wind blows harder. Muscles grow stronger after resistance. Your discipline grows in the same way. It becomes powerful when you continue through difficulty. Easy days build comfort, but hard days build character. When you face a difficult moment, remember why you started. Think about the reason behind your actions. Maybe you want to speak English fluently, build a career, or become more confident. Your reason is your fuel. If your reason is clear and meaningful, it will give you strength when motivation disappears. Motivation is like the weather. It changes, but your reason can stay constant, like the sun behind the clouds. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting for perfect conditions. They say, I will start when I have more time, or I will continue when I feel ready. But there is no perfect time. Life will always be busy. The secret is to keep going even when conditions are not perfect. Doing a little is always better than doing nothing. One small step on a hard day is worth more than 10 steps on an easy day. When discipline feels heavy, focus on the process, not the results. Many people quit because they don't see progress fast enough. They look at the mountain and feel tired before they start climbing. But if you focus only on the next small step, the journey becomes possible. Success is not a single big event. It is the sum of small victories. Each time you stay disciplined, you win a quiet battle inside your mind. You must also accept that success takes time. Real progress is slow, and that's okay. Imagine you were learning a musical instrument. At first, it sounds bad, you make mistakes, you repeat the same notes again and again. It feels frustrating. But after weeks of practice, your hands move smoothly, your ears recognize rhythm, and the sound becomes music. Discipline is that repetition, doing the right thing until it becomes natural. Some people think failure means the end, but failure is just feedback. When something doesn't work, you learn what needs to change. Every failure brings you closer to success if you keep learning. Discipline means you don't give up after falling. You stand up and try again. Falling is not the opposite of success. Quitting is. As long as you continue, you are still on the path. Another important part of staying strong is how you talk to yourself. Be careful with your inner voice. If you keep saying, "I can't do this," your mind will believe it. Replace those words with stronger ones. "This is hard, but I can handle it. I'm learning. I'm growing." Positive self-talk gives your discipline new energy. You become your own supporter instead of your own obstacle. You can also find strength in routine. When life feels difficult, routines protect you. They give structure to your days. You don't need to decide every time whether you will take action. You just follow the plan. Routine is the armor of discipline. It keeps you moving forward even when your emotions change. It also helps to remember that every successful person has faced hard times. Marcus Aurelius, Nelson Mandela, Thomas Edison, all of them had moments of pain, failure, and doubt. But they didn't stop. They used discipline as a shield. They acted with patience and calm, knowing that effort creates growth. You can do the same, even in small ways. Your challenges are not punishment. They are training for your strength. When life feels heavy, break your goals into smaller parts. If you can't study for 1 hour, study for 15 minutes. If you can't run 5 kilometers, walk for 10 minutes. The goal is not to do everything perfectly. It's to keep moving. Action, even small action, keeps your fire alive. It reminds you that you are in control. Also, give yourself moments of rest. Discipline doesn't mean pushing until you break. Rest is part of growth. A tree doesn't grow all year. It rests in winter to grow stronger in spring. When you rest with purpose, not with laziness, you renew your energy. Then your discipline becomes even stronger. Staying strong during hard times is what separates dreamers from achievers. Everyone dreams, but only the disciplined continue when the road gets steep. Each time you choose to continue instead of quit, you build inner power. That power becomes the foundation of your success. Not luck, not talent, but strength born from struggle. So, when things get hard, take a deep breath. Remember your reason. Focus on one small step. Speak kindly to yourself and move forward. Even if it's slow, it's still progress. Success belongs to those who keep going, not because it's easy, but because they are disciplined enough to continue when it's hard. Episode 5. The Power of Consistency and Belief. Success is not a single event. It is a journey built on small, consistent actions. Every person who achieves something great in life starts with the simple habit: doing what must be done, even when they don't feel like it. This is the essence of discipline. It is not about perfection. It is about persistence. People who succeed are not always the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are the ones who stay consistent with their actions, no matter what happens around them. Think about planting a tree. You water it every day, even if you don't see it growing. You continue to care for it because you believe that in time, it will become strong and beautiful. The same is true for success. Your daily actions are like drops of water. Each drop may look small, but together they create something powerful. Every disciplined action you take adds to your growth, even if you don't notice it immediately. Over time, your efforts will build results that others will admire. Consistency means doing the right things again and again. It means not giving up when things get hard or when you feel tired. Many people quit too early because they don't see fast results. But success doesn't come to those who quit. It comes to those who continue walking step by step. Imagine climbing a mountain. Every step feels small, but each one takes you closer to the top. When you look back, you will realize how far you've come because of your steady movement. Belief is another important part of success. You must believe in yourself and in the process. Even when no one else supports you, your belief can keep you moving forward. Discipline without belief can make you feel empty and tired. But when you have belief, every action becomes meaningful. You start to see challenges as opportunities to prove your strength. You understand that failure is not the end, it is a lesson. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. You grow stronger and wiser each time you stand up again. To stay disciplined, it helps to create a vision for your life. Ask yourself what kind of person you want to become. What do you want to achieve? Once you have a clear vision, discipline becomes easier. You no longer act out of pressure or fear. You act with purpose. For example, if your dream is to become a great teacher, musician, or leader, every small daily action, studying, practicing, improving, brings you closer to that goal. The vision becomes your motivation. It gives you energy to keep going even on the hardest days. Success also requires patience. You must understand that real change takes time. Many people want quick success, but quick success is often temporary. True success is built slowly with care and consistency. Think about a sculptor shaping a statue. It takes days, weeks, or even months to finish. Each cut, each touch brings the sculpture closer to perfection. Your life works the same way. Every small effort shapes your future. There will be moments when you feel tired or discouraged. You might feel that your work doesn't matter or that others are moving faster than you. But remember, everyone's path is different. The key is to stay focused on your own journey. You can rest, but never quit. You can slow down, but don't stop. Discipline means returning to your mission again and again, no matter how many times you fall. At the heart of all success is self-respect. When you keep your promises to yourself, you build trust within. You start believing that you are capable of more. This inner trust is the foundation of confidence. The more you practice discipline, the stronger this trust becomes. Soon, you will not need motivation from outside sources. You will have a deep inner power that guides you. That is the real gift of discipline. It transforms you from within. In the end, success is not only about reaching goals. It is about who you become during the journey. It's about becoming someone stronger, wiser, and more focused than before. Discipline gives you control over your mind and actions. It teaches you that progress, not perfection, is the real victory. Each day that you act with purpose, you are already successful. So, keep taking small steps. Keep believing in yourself. Keep acting with discipline. Even if your progress seems slow, remember that every disciplined action is a seed of future success. One day, you will look back and realize that your consistent efforts have created something beautiful, a life built by your own hands, one disciplined action at a time.